Welcome to Access Developer Level 32, brought to you by AccessLearningZone.com. I am your instructor, Richard Rost. In today's class, we will learn how to FTP files up to a web server with one click. This is great if you have information that you want to share on your website, such as a calendar or a product list. I'll teach you how to click one button and then have Access export the report or whatever other data that you want, and then automatically FTP it up to your website. Then we'll see how to get values from a web API using just VB and without using the web browser control. We'll build a little currency conversion utility where we can convert from, let's say, US dollars to euros or to Canadian dollars. And so we have up to the minute currency conversion rates. We'll click one button, get data, and it will go out to the web and grab the conversion rates and bring them into our database. And then finally, we'll do a group search. Now, we put customers into groups in previous classes back in the Expert series, but now I'm going to show you how to build a search form where you can say, okay, here's a list of groups. I want to see all the customers that are in any of those groups, or I might want to see all of the customers who are in all of those groups. That's a tricky situation to pull off, and we'll cover that in today's class. Plus, we'll learn a whole lot more stuff. We'll learn how to properly use the onDelete event, which is something that I've kind of avoided because I don't like it, but I'll show you how to do it in this class. And we'll see how to pop up friendly error messages instead of the default system error message when the user does something like try to add a duplicate value to a field that is indexed no duplicates. All that's coming up in this class. Of course, this is the 32nd level of the Access Developer series. First comes Beginner, Expert, Advanced, and then, of course, Developer 1 through 31. I recommend you take all those classes before taking this one. I strongly recommend you don't skip levels. There's lots of stuff that's covered in those extra levels, even if you think you don't need them. So I got a whole page on not skipping levels. Go read this. I will be using Access 365. It's currently October of 2021, so it's roughly equivalent to Microsoft Access 2019. Of course, I strongly do recommend the Access 365 subscription because you've always got the most up-to-date version of Access available. If you have any questions about the material covered in today's class, just scroll down to the bottom of the page and post your question there. And of course, if you have general Access questions, you can post them in the Access forum. And of course, don't forget to check out my kind of almost sort of daily podcast about Microsoft Access. It's absolutely free. Visit the Tech Help page. Okay, let's take a look at exactly what is covered in today's class. Lesson 1 today is a free bonus lesson. We're going to be taking it from my Tech Help videos. We're going to learn how to export a report as an HTML document. Lesson 2 is another free bonus lesson today. We will cover part 2, the extended cut of my Tech Help to export reports as HTML. In this lesson, we'll make a shortcut to a Google Drive folder where you can make it public and share it with anybody. In lesson 3, I'm going to show you how to automatically FTP any file up to a web server with one click. We'll create a command line FTP script and we'll perform the FTP operation inside of Visual Basic. So with one click, you'll be able to export a report as an HTML document, FTP it up to your web server, and we'll launch the page after that to make sure it works. Lesson 4 is another free bonus lesson taken from one of my Tech Help videos. I will show you how to convert currency from one type to another, whether it's US dollars, Canadian dollars, euros, whatever. We'll create a lookup table, and we will do the conversion in a query. Lesson 5 is from the Convert Currency Tech Help Extended Cut, where we will learn how to create a table for multiple conversion rates. We can then display all the currencies or just one currency at a time. We'll put a currency selector on the customer form so we can pick that customer's preferred currency and then display both US dollars and their currency on their invoice. That's all covered in Lesson 5. In Lesson 6, we're going to learn how to update our currency conversion rates from the web. We're going to go out and use the XML HTTP object to connect to a web API over the internet. We're going to get the response text from that service, which will have all the currency rates in it. We'll use the find between function, which is a function I wrote, to pull out that information from the string that gets returned. and then we'll update the rates in our currency table. All that is covered in Lesson 6. In Lesson 7, we're going to be dealing with customer groups. We're going to put customers in groups based on certain tags. Then we will build a parameter query to do a simple wildcard search on them. In Lesson 8, we're going to create an actual group table. Pick a group from a list of groups. We can have customers in multiple groups. Then on the customer list form, we'll make a combo box where we can filter based on the group selected and clear that filter. In Lesson 9, we're going to set up a search form for our groups. We'll set up a search table. Then we will deal with some on-delete issues that we've never talked about before. I'll show you how to make some friendly error messages if you put duplicate values in. And then the tough part, we'll see how to show customers that are in any group listed and show any customer that's in all of the groups that are listed. That's the tough part. We'll get to that in this lesson.